What's up, everybody? It's your boy Joshua Freeman. Welcome back to Joshua vs. Movies, where I react, review, and go against all your favorite movies. Today, the movie I'll be going against, standing in the blue corner, Friday the 13th, Part 2. Part 2 came out in 1981 and was directed by Steve Miner. Part 2 continues the story from the first movie with more counselors arriving at Camp Crystal Lake. The movie brings back Adrienne King and also brings in newcomers Amy Still and John Ferry. The movie was met with negative reviews, but we'll see how much luck the movie has when it goes against me. The genre of the movie will be horror, while the visuals and the stunts represent how well the visual and practical effects look, to go along with the kills throughout the movie. If you guys have any questions on the scoring to play for each category, it will be in the description below. But I think we're all set. So without further ado, let's get to the review.
Fight!
Round 1.
Two of my men pulled you out of the lake. We thought you were dead, too.
Is he dead, too?
Who?
In the lake. The one who attacked me. The one who pulled me underneath the water.
We didn't find any boy.
Then he's still there. Hello? Hi, Mom. I know, I'm sorry. I need a little time alone, that's all. Come on, Mom. We've been through all of this before. I just have to put my life back together, and this is the only way I know how. I'll call you tomorrow. Bye. Hello?
I have so many questions. Alright, that's gonna be my point. First, do we really need a reminder of what happened in part 1 with Alice killing Mrs. Voorhees, even though it is a dream? But even if I was to forgive that, second, her idea of getting her life together means living alone after a traumatic experience? And I also need to know how Jason found her, unless she's still living at this camp or near it for some fucking reason. I mean, to be honest, this is as bad as Jamie Lee Curtis getting killed off early in Halloween Resurrection.
Fight!
Round 2.
What's that? What's the scoop?
Senior camp counselor, of course. We'll probably all get a brownie badge to wear if we survive. What the heck is that?
Oh. This place is spooky. Hey, you guys, look at this.
It's Camp Blood. This place is on the same lake as we're gonna be.
Camp Blood?
Hey, isn't that
Let's
the
get out of
place
here, we're gonna be late.
Okay, let's settle down.
It's great to have you all here at our new counselor training center. Terry, Vicky, you two were upstate last summer, right? And Mark, I know we worked a season or two together, right? Survival, first aid, boating, archery, rifle range, all of it. I'll be right back.
I'm late.
Well, what is this crap, Ginny? You're supposed to be my assistant.
I'm sorry. Okay? But my car's sick.
Well, you could have called.
I'll never, ever be late again in my entire life.
Ginny, I was starting to worry about you.
Bullshit, Paul.
Okay, so the movie's gonna earn a point right here. This scene isn't bad with the audience meeting the counselors. I will say though, there was already a prank with the truck being towed. Some of them apparently know about Camp Crystal Lake.
Camp Blood. This place is on the same lake as we're gonna be.
Camp Blood?
Hey, isn't that
Let's get out of here. We're gonna be late.
And one girl has already asked to explore it, and I have to say, I already don't care anything about these characters. I mean, after the story during the campfire,
The girl who survived that night at Camp Blood, that Friday the 13th, she disappeared 2 months later.
I'm thinking to myself as a counselor, why the fuck am I here?
Fight!
Round 3.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, all right? Thanks a lot. Hi, Terry. Do you want to dance?
No, thank you.
Hi there. How about you?
Well, I think I've got you. Check.
Check. Mate. Good night, Paul. See you in the morning. Hello? Paul, God damn it!
Hey, calm down. I'm not supposed to be fraternizing with the staff. I missed you, Ginny. And I really was worried when you didn't show on time.
Okay, so that's gonna be my point. Why the fuck is Ralph even here still? I mean, if he was gonna warn them, why didn't he do that already? I mean, in the first movie, he warned them and then dipped in like 10 minutes flat. But in this movie, he stays around and spies on them for some reason. I mean, I don't understand why the movie is giving the audience unnecessary victims when the movie has like 20 camp counselors in it. I mean, first the movie wastes time with Ralph, and then the dog Muffin, then the police officer, and then half of the counselors leave.
Anybody wants a last night on the town, now's your chance.
Yeah.
Beer time! Take it easy, have fun!
Also, if this girl stayed at camp in hopes that Muffin would show back up,
I think I'll stay too. Muffin may show.
why the hell did she go swimming naked at night alone? I mean, how the hell would that help her find her damn dog?
Fight!
Round 4.
Looking for something?
That it? Give me my shirt, Scott. Scott!
Help! Shut down that Paul, him and his wilderness bullshit.
I'd let you hang, you pervert.
Come on, Tara. Give me a break.
Don't go anywhere.
Where is she?
Scott, but I swear, if you ever do this to me again, I'm gonna kill you.
Okay, so the movie's gonna earn a point right here. This scene is whatever. I mean, Jason was gonna find a way to kill them all anyway. But when it comes to the actors and the acting, they end up being below average. Aside from Alice being killed off early in the movie, this movie mainly provides non-intriguing characters with zero character development, and also horny teenagers. I mean, even Amy Still as Ginny isn't that interesting. I mean, first the movie tries to make her out to be a silly person.
Treat 'em gentle. Just like kids. Use a little of that child psychology you're majoring in.
It's more fun using that child psychology on you.
Then by the end of the movie, she's bringing up philosophical ideas as to why Jason running around would make sense. So with that, the movie earns a 0.4 out of 1.0 for actors and acting.
Fight!
Round 5.
Vicky? Is that you?
Damn, okay, so the movie's gonna earn a point right here. This scene isn't bad with the guy in the wheelchair dying. And I gotta say, when it comes to the visuals and the stunts, they're probably one of the best things about the sequel. Compared to the first movie, the visual effects proved to be an upgrade as the kills look better. So with that, the movie earns a 0.5 out of 0.5 for visuals and stunts.
Fight!
Round 6. Okay, so the movie's gonna earn a point right here. This scene isn't bad with Jason killing them both in bed. And I guess he's now hurrying his killing spree because he knows the movie is almost over. But when it comes to the score in the movie, it ends up being one of the highlights of the movie. The score is great throughout the movie, making certain scenes better and more frightening. So with that, the movie earns a 0.2 out of 0.2 for score.
Fight!
Round 7.
Mark. Sandra? Jeff? Sandra? Sandra?
What the hell are all the lights on for?
Think something's wrong? I'll check upstairs.
Paul?
What is this, a joke?
Time to get the fuck
They
out of
wouldn't do
there.
anything like this.
Kitchen light's still on. Must be the main fuse again.
Where is everybody?
I don't know.
Paul, there's someone in this fucking room!
Okay, so the movie's gonna earn a point right here. I like this scene with Jenny and Paul coming back to the camp and the camera showing Jason's appearance for the first time. And I gotta say, it ends up being kind of frightening. And when it comes to the directing by Steve Miner, it ends up being average. Miner continues the framework set by Sean S. Cunningham with the POV shot, but in the end, Miner doesn't add anything new to the sequel directing wise. The opening scene with the kids driving down the road in the truck is similar to the first movie, and the POV shots end up being more unbelievable in this movie. I mean, you're telling me Jenny doesn't see Jason while on the run? And the girl didn't see Jason when she was looking for the dog?
Muffin?
Or when she was trying to get something to cut the rope? I mean, how many times have they looked straight at the camera and not see Jason? So with that, the movie earns a 0.5 out of 1.0 for directing.
Fight!
Round 8.
Please help me. Jason! It's all done, Jason. Mommy has
a reward for you. That's my boy. Come. That's my good boy. Jesus.
Okay, so that's gonna be my point. Okay, I have a few problems with the scene. Starting with why Jason becomes a moron during the climax of this movie. If we being honest, she should have been dead in the car. Then him not seeing her when her head was clearly visible above the car. Not to mention her running into cabins instead of running to the nearest town. And that's why the third act is one of the things that hinder the plot in the story. The plot in the story proves to be below average, as the only thing that really works for the movie is the inclusion of Jason because of what happened with his moms. Aside from that, though, the movie isn't that much different from the first movie structure wise. Also, the movie never explains how Jason found Alice or where she was living, and also why this camp keeps opening. I mean, like, 2 dozen people died already. So with that, the movie earns a 0.4 out of 1.0 for plot and story. So there you guys have it. That's my match against Friday the 13th Part 2. It turns out the luck isn't terrible as I end up losing this one. We're not done yet though. Let's go see where it fits on a scale. Yeah, let's go check out the final numbers. Okay, so when it comes to the final numbers, we have everything except for the editing and the horror. There wasn't any problems in terms of the editing, so that remained a zero point 0.3 out of zero point 0.3. And when it comes to the horror, it ends up being predictable for the most part. I mean, throughout the movie, you see a lot of the horror elements coming, and it's mainly because it's either a jump scare or Jason killing somebody. But what does help the horror throughout the movie, though, is the score, and the inclusion of the score makes the horror more impactful throughout the movie. Also, the reveal at the end with Jason helps that too. So with that, the movie earns a zero point 0.4 out of zero point 0.5 for horror. So now that we have all the numbers, let's add them up. So the movie ends up with a 2.7 out of 4.5, and that gives it a B minus minus rating. So there you guys have it. That's my movie review of Friday the 13th Part 2. If you guys enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like, and also let me know which movie you're going to go against. But until then, this is Joshua Freeman. This has been Joshua vs. Movies. I'm going to see you guys in the next match.